Cleanup work at a stormwater pond next to a data center in Cambridge's North End after a smelly substance was found in it a week and a half ago. Good evening. The region of Waterloo and the Ministry of the Environment, Conservation and Parks say they were notified about an odorous, milky white substance in the stormwater pond at 17 Vondro Drive in Cambridge back on July 19th. The property is home to a Tor1 data center. Initially investigated as a spill, Related Digital, the company's co-owners, say it's now believed the substance was a bacterial bloom caused by stagnant water, high temperatures, and the breakdown of naturally occurring organic material. In a statement, they say it appears this was a natural process and did not involve the release of any chemicals. In the meantime, they say they're continuing to drain and treat the stormwater pond and are working with an environmental consultant to prevent this from happening in the future. The Ministry of the Environment, Conservation and Parks says they're ensuring appropriate cleanup measures are being taken at the site, and they say the region's drinking water system was not impacted. It was 21 years ago today when the body of a newborn baby was found in Brantford. Today, a small gathering was held at the cemetery where baby Parker is buried. It's a case that continues to impact the community as they await answers. CTV's Karis Mapp has more.
21 years later, some Brantford residents say they remember the story of baby Parker like it was yesterday.
We were down in the area of Wilkes Dam. The police were in the area. It was quite a busy scene at the time, and they had a tarp there over something. And then we come to learn that it was a baby that was found there, and it's just been heartbreaking.
July 28, 2005, the body of a full-term baby wrapped in a towel was spotted near Dufferin Avenue and Parkside Drive, prompting police to refer to the infant as baby Parker.
It's entirely just the heartbreak. We all feel for Parker.
An autopsy found trauma to the child's ribs and skull, but how he died and why he was abandoned remain a mystery.
It's very heartbreaking that this mother felt there was no other resources that she could lean on.
To keep the child's memory alive and raise awareness about support available for mothers, the Parker's Project initiative marks the anniversary at this cemetery each year.
I think there's the women like me who sense it could have been me. We were young moms, and if we didn't find the support that we needed, it could have been us.
Today, just a handful of people, but no shortage of meaningful conversation.
I was here to visit a relative at the cemetery and just to see them out with the signs and somebody being remembered, you know, even a baby. It's amazing.
This is also the first anniversary since charges have been laid in the case. Back in February, a 39-year-old woman who Brantford police believed to be the baby's mother was charged with indignity to a body and concealing the body of a child. The case is scheduled to be spoken to in court next week. That part of the story also weighing on those at the cemetery today.
We don't know the circumstances around why this baby was left there or, you know, what went on with the mother. There's all different scenarios, and it's such a big shock to learn all these years later that there was somebody arrested.
We need to show grace to that situation and what those years may have looked like afterwards, right? The impact that it had on her at that time and the years following.
Karis Mapp, CTV News, Brantford.
Halton police have uncovered a human trafficking network operating across the GTA. The investigation, dubbed Project Troubadour, resulted in 9 arrests and 85 charges being laid. Halton police say it is the largest human trafficking case in the service's history. Police say in September of last year, a female victim came forward and the investigation began. Earlier this month, 10 search warrants were executed at various homes across the GTA, resulting in arrests and seizure of cars and jewelry.
Human trafficking is one of the most serious and disturbing crimes we investigate. It exploits vulnerable individuals for profit, fuels organized crime, and leaves lasting physical and psychological harm on victims. Project Troubadour not only marks the largest human trafficking case in the history of the Halton Regional Police, it represents our enduring commitment to stand in solidarity with survivors, protect our community, and hold offenders accountable.
12 victims have been identified, but police believe there may be more. Anybody with information is asked to call Halton Police, Crime Stoppers, or the Canadian Human Trafficking Hotline. A winemaking shop in Kitchener appears to have shut down, leaving some customers out of money and thirsting for answers. A sign on the door of Wine Butler on Madison Avenue South says the business owes the landlord rent. That's a different story than what those with prepaid orders were told last week. Here's CTV's Heather Sennerin.
This is a bottle of Shiraz from Wine Butler on Madison Avenue in Kitchener, where customer Karen Waterfield says she's been bottling her own wine for a decade.
Their deals were very, very good.
The Shiraz and a few others gifted from friends are the only Wine Butler bottles Karen has left.
All you get when you bottle them, you get this little label, and then when you bring them home, you just stick them on.
Karen says she was about to pick up her next batch of close to 30 bottles over a month ago when she got an email from the company saying Wine Butler was acquired by a local competitor and rest assured your wine is safe. The email assures customers they'll be contacted with the next steps. The company even throws in a complimentary batch. Since then, Karen says, radio silence. Karen and her husband say they're each out $130 with no wine to show for it.
Their website is no longer, their phones are no longer, they're just disappeared off the face of the earth.
CTV News reached out to Wine Butler but hasn't heard back. A notice on the door dated June 15th says the business owes outstanding rent and that it hasn't responded to repeated attempts by the landlord to make contact.
Times are tough for everybody, and for someone to take advantage of people like this, it's doesn't need to be done.
Waterloo customer Matt Fraser says he's also out about $130 for nearly 30 bottles from Wine Butler, but says it isn't the money or even the wine he's concerned about.
It was more so just the deceit that kind of went along with it. It was very clear that this guy went out of business, and he was trying to sort of delay us and placate us from looking into this any further by saying, hey, everything's fine, we'll be contacted in a few weeks, and then they closed up shop.
Matt says he knows someone who worked at Wine Butler.
And he said, yeah, June 1st we went into work, and it was basically, hey, everybody's laid off.
Karen says she made a dispute to her credit card company and has been refunded. Matt says he is looking to do the same. In the meantime, the message on the front door says if the rent default is not remedied, the landlord may take possession of the premises. Heather Sennerin, CTV News, Kitchener.
Barbecues and food were everywhere in downtown Elora tonight as the annual longest barbecue took place. Visitors from all over came to the community to get a taste and support the local farmers that help provide food around the country. CTV's Colton Weens is back from the event and joins us live now with more. Colton.
Well, Krista, the event last year saw 12,000 people pass through. Organizers believe it's the biggest local food event in the country, and it's a great way for everyone to get a taste of what Canada has to offer. Grills fired up all through downtown Elora, the 2026 edition of the longest barbecue, bringing thousands of hungry visitors to the small community.
It's really good. The food's amazing, a lot of fun.
It tastes so good. The barbecue is amazing.
The annual event stretches all through the downtown core, packed with food vendors showing off their best ingredients sourced from across Canada.
It's a great environment. There's lots of smoke in the air, it's smelling everybody else's food, tons and tons of people walking through. It's great to see excitement about food, about Canadian food, about local food, and to be able to share just, what we do. It's always a blast. Brings a lot of people together.
The event is a kickoff for Food Day Canada on Saturday, a nationwide celebration supporting local farmers and encouraging shopping local, cooking and dining Canadian.
Mom started, Anita Stewart started the Food Day Canada here in Elora in 2003, and we started this event to pay tribute to her when she passed in 2021, and it's grown and grown and grown.
Everybody wants to participate. The chefs want to participate, the farmers, the butchers want to participate, and the public.
The longest barbecue celebrating all things Canadian with Canadian oysters, Canadian pizzas, and chicken wings, all just a great way to celebrate Canadian food.
We've got ducks that are from Dundalk County. I've got Noki Farms mushrooms. They are from Guelph. And then a fair amount of herbs. They're from some of our local farms, Fertile Ground Farms and Alexandra's Farm. And then our crackers we made with Arbor Mills flour.
Gorgeous raspberry point oysters coming out of New London Bay, Prince Edward Island. And then we're showcasing Fogo Island Atlantic shrimp. I don't know if you never knew that we had shrimp in the Atlantic. up in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. We have great food, and it's in our area. It keeps the money in the area as well, not just to Laura, but also to the Maritimes of Canada, to British Columbia, wherever the oysters are coming from, or your other food.
Now, while the barbecue is now over, Food Day Canada is on Saturday, where any Canadian resident can participate just by purchasing regional products, cooking Canadian-grown ingredients, and dining locally. Krista.
Sounds delicious. Thanks, Colton. CTV's Colton Weens reporting live for us tonight. Still to come on CTV News, is it time to revise Guelph's encampment bylaw?
Encampments were starting to set up very close or actually right adjacent to residential homes.
The complaints that had the mayor calling for a review when changes could be made. Jeff Pickle has that story just ahead. Turning to our satellite and radar, and it was a cloudy and breezy evening, but we are starting to see some clearing and the sun will come out tomorrow and it's going to stick around. Here are some current temperatures around southwestern Ontario. It is 19 here in Kitchener and Waterloo, as well as in London, 17 in Ridgetown, 21 in Windsor. And here's a look from the Grand River in Elora earlier this evening. Cloudy skies, but a beautiful night. CTV News continues in 2 minutes.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. CTVKitchener.ca, your home for news.
Guelph's mayor says it's time to put more limits on where encampments can be located in the Royal City. Cam Guthrie says he's received hundreds of complaints about tents put up near homes. CTV's Jeff Pickle has more.
It was back in the fall of 2024 when the city of Guelph passed a land use bylaw prohibiting encampments in specific places.
And it's actually worked out quite well. And it really set the standards for you can't, be on a playground. You can't be in a splash pad.
After expanding the prohibition once already to include locations like parks attached to schools and daycares, Guthrie says it's time to refine the bylaw again.
There were some pretty urgent phone calls and communication that I was receiving from people from across the city where encampments were starting to set up very close or actually right adjacent to residential homes.
According to Guthrie, there needs to be some buffer between residential properties and encampments.
Yeah, so far to date, we've had over 330, I believe, complaints of encampments within Guelph.
Guthrie says while he believes a change needs to be made, they need a close look at the situation to make sure they are doing it right.
If people are able to set up encampments in certain areas across the city and you start putting more restrictions and more distancing provisions in, does it shrink the ability and spaces where those people can actually go? And so some of that does need further review and consideration.
While Guelph City Council was open to the idea, they put off a final decision till after the municipal election in October. Jeff Pickle, CTV News, Guelph.
A crucial trade link between Canada and the U.S. has made an impressive debut. About 7,500 vehicles crossed over the Gordie Howe International Bridge in the first 12 hours of its operation. The $6.4 billion structure opened yesterday, the culmination of an 8-year building project. It connects Windsor and Detroit, directly linking Highway 401 and Michigan's Interstate 75. The bridge also features what's being described as the largest and most tech-savvy border crossing in Canada. With a look at that, here's CTV's Michelle Molesky.
This is detector dog Unique. One of the many new hires for the Canada Border Services Agency, now manning the Gordie Howe International Bridge.
Trained in the detection of narcotics and firearms. And CBSA uses what we call a passive indication system. So these dogs are trained to sit when they see something or smell something.
Here at secondary inspection, staff are now equipped with plenty of space for all travelers.
We have a very nice waiting area for asylum claimants that might arrive. And then a little bit further down, we have a dedicated bus processing area, which allows us to be extremely efficient and make sure that we can process high volume buses in a dedicated way.
There are also 4 specialized bays in the CBSA garage.
So you can use the different filters. There's a jar with an anomaly inside, so we'd want to take a closer look at that.
Here they can search baggage just like at the airport.
Simulated narcotics, kilograms of cocaine, simulated cocaine.
And their scanners can detect contraband or illegal firearms without opening a single door.
So you can see the outline of a gun.
On the commercial side, the Gordy boasts the most examination bays with 14 in total, and they're doing away with the mobile X-ray technology.
This fixed LSI building allows us to run 24/7 and take a non-intrusive look at any vehicles, identify any anomalies such as suspect narcotics or other things that we might want to interdict, and we can keep truck traffic moving faster by doing that.
Traffic patterns are monitored by operator Bridging North America, which will coordinate with CBSA should any of the lanes need to shift from traveler to trucker or vice versa.
We do have flexibility in the lanes, so we can do up to 19 passenger traffic vehicles or 16 commercial truck traffic vehicles.
Michelle Molesky, CTV News.
A cat from Hamilton named Goldie will soon be reunited with his family after getting lost in Virden, Manitoba.
For some reason, Goldie got out of her little kennel thing and was gone, and they couldn't wait any longer. They had to get back for work reasons.
The cat escaped July 11th when his family stopped to camp for the night during a move across Canada. A few days later, Virden Animal Control and Westman Area Lost Animals were able to trap him. They then put out a call to find someone flying to Ontario who could help reunite Goldie with his family. And on Thursday, Sharon Ellerington will be doing just that.
It's pretty exciting to be able to think that you can reunite an animal with their family over 2,000 kilometers away.
Ellerington says she's been in touch with Goldie's family and they're all very excited to soon have him back in their arms, especially the 3 young kids. Still to come on CTV News, in the same boat. This team's mission of strength and support and their goal to showcase it on the international stage. Spencer Turcott has that story a little later.
Although we're expecting a bit of a windy night, skies are also expected to clear. What will tomorrow bring? I'll have those details with your full forecast coming up. Stay with us.
We had a cloudy, gray, and at times even chilly evening thanks to a persistent breeze. Here's a look outside from earlier tonight just outside of our CTV Kitchener studios. It definitely felt more like late August tonight, almost sweater weather, but a stretch of sunny days is ahead. Here's Ashley Bacon with a look at the long-range forecast.
Well, I hope you've had a great Tuesday. It turned out to be a little sunnier than expected. We did have some rainfall through the overnight hours and early this morning, but essentially clearing up mostly for the afternoon. We did have a bit of cloud cover as well, but overall conditions a little bit nicer than originally anticipated through the day. And as we take to our future cast, it's good news from here on out. We are seeing skies continuing to clear through the overnight hours into your Wednesday, and that sunshine expected to last at least until Thursday as well. So we're in for some beautiful summer days ahead. Tonight, however, we're looking at an overnight low of 16, so very comfortable sleeping conditions. We should see winds pick up. A northwest wind of around 30 kilometers an hour is also expected. Those skies clearing around midnight, so if you're a stargazer, that's the best time to head out and take a look. Tomorrow, 24 is the expected daytime high, accompanied with a UV index of 8. So it is a very high UV index. You want to make sure you're being sun unsafe if you're spending any time outdoors. And as a reminder, looking at our almanac, we're right where we should be for this time of year. 26 is normal for a daytime high, 14 as an overnight low. Nowhere near the record that was set back in 1930 at 36.1. Very comfortable summer conditions continuing as we're nearly finishing off July. Believe it or not, August just around the corner. And take a look at our 7-day forecast starting in Waterloo region. Mainly sunny conditions for your Wednesday, a high of 24. That sunshine taking us through the back end of the week. 27 for Thursday, 28 for Friday, and then a cloudier Saturday ahead with a high of 26. In Lambton, Kent, Essex, you'll have a beautiful Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sunshine 26, 28, and 29. And then a little bit of a cloudy Saturday and a high of 26. Not bad for a long weekend. Lastly, in southern Georgian Bay, mainly sunny conditions expected for your Wednesday as well. A high of 23, 25, and sunny on Thursday, 28 for Friday. But there is a chance that Saturday and Sunday will bring with it some rain. So, Krista, make sure to bring a hat tomorrow. You're going to need it with all that sunshine.
Sounds good. Thanks, Ashley. 2 radio stations in Waterloo region are now broadcasting on their new FM frequencies after a swap this morning. At 9 a.m., Bounce Radio officially made the move to 105.3 FM, while Virgin Radio moved over to 99.5. The stations are both owned by Bell Media, the parent company of CTV News. The change was made to better match each station's signal coverage area with the audiences. Bounce Radio's new home at 105.3 gives it a larger regional reach, while Virgin's 99.5 focuses on its audience concentration in the immediate Kitchener-Waterloo area.
This is very euphoric for me because I've been around this building, or well, not this building, but the KW radio scene here with us since 2009. I started on a radio station that had that frequency, 105.3. So all these years later, I'm coming home, as it were.
Well, what it means is that we can engage in more coverage because we're going to be covering more with this giant signal. So we're going to be going like almost down to Toronto, over to the London area, way up in my hometown of the Grey Bruce. We will continue to be there with the radio station promoting whatever we need to do for this community because you know what? We need you as much as you need us.
Because while the frequencies may have swapped, listeners will hear the same hosts and programming on both stations. We have more news ahead. Stay with us.
Radio changes July 28th.
Virgin Radio is moving to 99.5.
And Bounce moves to 105.3.
We'll be 99.5 Virgin Radio.
And we'll be Bounce 105.3.
Same stations.
Different frequencies.
It's time to reset your preset.
Finally, for us tonight, a Waterloo-based dragon boat team is preparing for the opportunity of a lifetime. The Dragon Flyers, made up entirely of breast cancer survivors, will be competing alongside thousands of other survivors from around the world next month. But before they get there, they hope the community can help them cross the financial finish line. CTV's Spencer Turcott explains.
Every stroke tells a story of survival.
2, 3.
The Dragon Flyers Dragon Boat team with the Waterloo Paddling Club is made up entirely of breast cancer survivors.
I was diagnosed 6 years ago.
The cancer had spread to 2 out of 6 lymph nodes that had been taken.
My retirement plan quickly became a plan of survival.
Each woman has her own unique experience, but a common desire to help each other through their recovery journeys.
Excellent. If I hadn't found this group to support me, I don't know where I'd be.
I was just blown away and so inspired by seeing women that were 20 years older than me surviving. So I knew that I could survive as well.
The group of powerful women push each other on days they may not believe in themselves. And now they're putting that determination to the ultimate test.
We committed a couple years ago to take a full boat to France.
They'll head to the French Alps for the International Breast Cancer Paddlers Commission Festival at the end of August to race against more than 4,500 breast cancer survivors from 25 countries. But getting there isn't cheap.
It's around $100,000 to get just the core group of 24 to 25 paddlers plus our coach there.
So they've created an online fundraiser to help cover the cost of this rare opportunity, one that has given them something to work toward during some of their darkest moments.
When you're in the boat, no one's poking you, no one's prodding you, no one's scanning you. You don't have time to think about what you've been through or what you have going on next.
It's just unimaginable that at a point where I didn't even know if I was going to survive, now I'm going to be, and all the women along with me are going to be international athletes.
Athletes who have helped one another on their cancer journey, proving that sometimes the strongest way forward is being in the same boat.
That's it, reach it out.
Spencer Turcott, CTV News, Waterloo.
An incredible team. Well, that is our time this evening. Thank you for checking in with us. You can find news anytime at ctvnewskitchener.ca or over on our CTV News app. Have a good night.